Welcome! In this video I'll be showing you how I make a couple of super easy and very tasty French bread pizzas with pepperoni, sausage, onions, red bell pepper, and black olives. There's no messing around with making crust, and they always come out crispy and not raw in the middle. You know what they say, life happens, pizza helps. Alright, so to get started, we're just going to preheat the oven to 425. No pizza oven required for this, just a regular old oven. Okay, for this, I'm going to be making some sauce. Now, of course, you could skip this and just buy some sauce, but I wanted to go ahead and make it. And the recipe calls for crushed tomatoes, but I have these this can of whole San Marzano or whatever tomatoes, so I'm going to use that. I'm just going to use the immersion blender here and make my own crushed tomatoes. Another way you can do this, of course, is a blender, or you can use a potato masher if you want. Or the other way is just to dump the whole tomatoes in the pan and break them up with your fingers. That works well too. Or you could just buy crushed tomatoes. And this is the sauce that I cook. You don't have to cook it, but I do like to cook it just to reduce the sauce down so it's a little thicker. But that's totally up to you and how thick your crushed tomatoes are, or your whole tomatoes, whatever. But it doesn't need to cook for a long time unless you just want to. Okay, so let's get some spices going here. Get some oregano, of course. I'm going to go ahead and crush that up with my fingers. Break up those leaves and let the oil out. Release the oil. Kosher salt. Minced garlic. Of course, you can use fresh if you like. Or if you just want to use garlic powder or something, just use a quarter of the amount. Okay, get some basil. A little bit of Italian seasoning, little red pepper flakes for just a little bit of kick, not too much. Okay, we'll just stir that up, and then we're just gonna, like I said, just cook that and reduce the liquid a little bit. And then what I'll do with this, I'll just turn this down to low and just let it simmer, and I'll just check on it and stir it every so often. Bloop, 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 bloop. This is something you gotta watch out for with these thick sauces like this. Is like mud pots at Yellowstone Park. Bloop. And they'll make a mess all over the place. Now, of course, the solution would be to put the lid on, but I want to reduce it, so I'm gonna have to leave the lid off. And I just turn it down and try to stir it every so often. Okay, I'm just gonna line this. It's a half sheet pan with foil. Just to make cleanup easier. My foil's not wide enough for the whole pan, so I'm just going to fold some of it together, make a larger sheet. Okay, so I just bought some French bread, and I actually bought garlic bread. It's already had butter spread on it. It's already been sliced. You put butter and some garlic butter on it. And obviously, you wouldn't have to buy that. You could just buy just the plain French bread and do the butter and garlic yourself. But I figured, why not take a shortcut? This thing's been in the refrigerator, so the butter doesn't really want to spread around. They didn't do a very good job at the store there. I'm just going to throw this in the microwave for a few minutes and melt that butter. Okay, that's a little better. Let's spread that out a bit, even it out. Okay, I'm just going to throw this in the oven and toast it for about 10 minutes. Crisp it up on the outside. Okay, so I got a pound of mozzarella that I'm going to grate up here. And I'm going to be using a whole pound here, half a pound on each half. And I like to use grate it myself when I can. For pizza especially. Well, for most things. Just melts better. Alright, so now for our toppings, I'm going to start by dicing up some onion. And I'm doing some fairly long but skinny slices. Okay, and then I got some red bell pepper. Do a fairly small dice on this. And I was going to do just half, but I think I'll go ahead and dice up the rest of it. I try not to get too many toppings. Usually, I have a problem putting too many toppings on the pizza, but I'm trying to limit myself here a bit. We'll see. Okay, next up I'm going to slice up some black olives. Okay, now for the meat, I got some of this pepperoni and sausage from the deli, the Winco here, and it's just made for pizzas. Okay, let's check on our French bread. That feels pretty good. Sauce is looking pretty good. Alright, now I'm just going to slather it with sauce. I like quite a bit of sauce. Do this however you want. Okay, I like to start out with a little cheese on the bottom to kind of glue things down in. Now I like to just put the meats on the bottom, the rest on the top, and then cover it with cheese. Now if you can't get the pizza sausage like this from deli or whatever, which is already pre-cooked, and you can just get some Italian sausage, but I would suggest cooking it ahead of time. Just brown it up first. That way you make sure it's done, not raw. Okay, we're going with some pepperoni. Red bell pepper. Alright, some onion. Okay, black olives. Okay, now the rest of the cheese. There we go, that's looking pretty good. And they managed not to put all the toppings on. Alright, let's get this in the oven. So I'm just going to bake this for 15 minutes. Basically, we just want to bake it till it's all cooked and the cheese is browned. Okay. To go with our pizza, I'm just going to do up a quick chopped green salad. You know, when I go to the pizza place, I usually like to get the salad bar to go with the pizza. Try it out with some romaine lettuce. Got the hearts of romaine. I like to usually do individual salads instead of just a big bowl of salad. That way we each have our own and we don't have leftover salad, which doesn't keep very well in the refrigerator. Okay, you got some Roma tomatoes. Next up, got an English cucumber. Of course, I like to use these because you don't have to peel them or seed them. Okay, get some shredded cheese. It's a little Mexican blend. Okay, next up, some bacon crumbles. Okay, and last up, I'm going to slice up some olives. Okay, so let's just check on the pizza. Not quite done. Let that go for another 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Take a look. That's looking good. Yeah, that's looking about perfect. Nice crispy there. Okay, so I'll just transfer this onto the cutting board. Unstick it from the pan. Just slice it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Lovely. Alright, let's do my plate here. Grab a couple nice big pieces. Gooey cheese, little Parmesan, red peppers. Give it a try. Oh yeah, that came out perfect. Nice crispy crust, soft in the middle. Fantastic. Stay cheesy, everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to let YouTube know this is the type of content you like to watch. Comments are welcome.